I am a sucker for a kitchen island. I don't know when this obsession happened, but my parents had one when I was growing up, and we would always gather around it. It was just where we were. I think we probably spent the most time around our kitchen islands. And so every space I go, whether it's my store, my studio, and now my first ever apartment, it needs an island. And usually with my spaces, I've built them. This is no different. I've built this one again. This one's slightly different. I did it in a way where we have one side that has shelves and the other side that has an opening so you can put bar stools under it. And also I had some travertine stone that I wanted to repurpose from my store. So we were working to the dimensions that we had, and we had a piece that fit perfectly. It wasn't too hard to build. I worked with the guys at Arva Solutions, and I say it like that because I know it sounds like Arva, which is obviously my brand, but Arva is A-R-B-O-R. It came out really nice, and I think it cost like something like $250, like yeah, $250. So they're really quite affordable considering you're going to get a custom surface built with them. And then I went for these really nice linen bar stools, also from Oka. They have this like padded seat as well, so comfortable. Oh, dude. Okay, I'm not exaggerating. It's cushioned well. This is a comfy chair. I think this is actually one of the most comfortable bar stools I've ever sat on. Oh, and then you can just unzip it. Yeah, very easily washed. That's really nice. Obviously, as you walk into the apartment, the kitchen is the first thing that you see, but immediately on the right, you have this open wall. And I've decided to go with a really nice, fairly big console table. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, I feel like console tables are like one of the signs of bouginess, okay? Because to have a console table means you need to have space, because you can't just have them casually in a corridor. And I remember when I would go on these like really cool press trips to nice hotels or even just to like someone's bougie house, and I'd be like, ooh, a corridor table, this is cool. So I'm very proud that we have one here. It's also from Oka. It's very contemporary. It's one of their new pieces. The Loretta sideboard in oak. It's pretty special. So as I was saying, there are drawers. We love. But also doors. And so I'm already starting to think plates, like the fancy crockery, things like that. And then maybe like a drawer for candles and like household accessories. Yeah, and I know that I am gonna probably have a lot of fun. Maybe I'm trying to think if it's maybe even the most fun decorating its surface. Like, oh my goodness, I'm already thinking the candles, like the pottery, the artwork, the plants. It will change, and I might even create a whole separate series just dedicated to how I change that up, because I know I'm gonna have a lot of fun there. I also bought 2 pieces of art. Now, both are my first ever. I've never bought like actual art. I bought prints, like everyone's bought prints. But one I commissioned and the other was a piece I found on Pinterest and I got from the artist. So I haven't decided exactly where they're gonna go yet, but I feel like one might go above the console table just because it is a big open wall, and depending on what I put on the table, it might be nice to have something that brings it all together, but also it might contrast and it might clash, I don't know. So that's a TBC, but I like the idea of just playing to the dimensions over there once I kind of feel out what will work. But that's a nice, cute little corner of the apartment. Here we are, the console table, the one that got me really excited from the beginning about really filling this space, because I had no idea what I was gonna put here. And so when a piece inspires you this much and then it comes to life and then the decoration process starts, and it's been really fun. And I think I mentioned that it will probably always evolve and change, but for now, I've got these incredible candles. I found this ceramicist and candle maker called Foam, spelled F-A-U-M, in Australia. And I mean, these shapes are just so incredible. And also these like really fun ceramics from another ceramicist called Anne Vincent, I believe. And I think it just adds this really kind of fun texture but sculptural element to the space, and it will evolve. Like, I got sent this book by J. Crew and I just love the font and the blue, so it had to have a moment here. I love like playful elements, so even though I've got this really cute bowl from Ochre, I wanted to fill it with chocolate. And I'm not even like a big chocolate eater myself, but it's really fun seeing how every single person who visits gravitates towards it. So I'm really glad I made that choice, and I think I'll always have like a revolving confectionery in that section, just because it's nice that people feel so open and welcome to, like, you know, touching and being a part of my space. And for me, that feels really cool. In terms of what's inside it, I'm not gonna lie, it's low-key a mess right now. And I say right now, but it probably will be forever. But the idea is that there is so much storage in here. So these are all drawers. So there's just loads of space to put so many things. I put like quite a few of my like special glasses, I say, the ones that I might not use every day, in here. I even got these really cool ones when I went to Studio Ghibli World in Japan. And they're all like different glasses that represent the different films. So this is one that, I mean, let's see if you guys can tell. Can you guess? Yep, that's Ponyo. So I've got one that, yeah, that basically represents some of the different films. And so I just keep this here, like my little special glass collection. I don't know, this is a really special corner for me. I feel like this is maybe the most grown-up part of the apartment, dare I say. It just feels really like, oh, she's an adult. The kitchen is easily one of the reasons why I picked this apartment, because obviously it's a rental. There isn't too much I can do to it. I needed something that already felt quite complete, but also my aesthetic and my vibe, so that I could just add those little touches to make it really nice and really me. But between the oak, the slate, and the light is just so good here. For me, I was thinking like, what ways can I elevate it? And I know this might be sacrilege, but I decided to mix metals. The hardware, as you can see all around, is gold, but I'm obsessed with silver at the moment. I saw this kettle by this company called Arc, and it just kind of was the pulling together that I needed for the kitchen. I knew that I wanted, you know, my cups to have some silver. I wanted like mugs. I wanted like little bits like this, which I'll put like, this has got some sesame salt in it. Obviously always representing Arva spirits, so I had to get this little wine stackable situation. It's always nice to have a great book around too, to inspire you to cook. I'm trying to cook more-ish. Now, to really bring the space together, obviously it's a flat kitchen, it's like a one-sided kitchen, and I quite like a U kitchen, or, you know, just the kitchens that have multiple surfaces. So this was my only thing that I was a bit like, it doesn't have that sort of like multiple dimensions to it. And so I knew I had to build an island. And so this is the island that we managed to pull together to basically match the kitchen. So a lot of people come in and are actually like, oh, you built this? And it's like, yes, we did. I worked with the great team at Landview, and oh my God, they did such a great job. So we managed to get the casing around it to match as closely to the oak in the kitchen. It's so good to just clean and hang out on, but also a lot of people, when they come over, this is actually where they gravitate towards. This is where they want to chill. This whole section is just, I think it just brings the kitchen together. I think if it was just the back, it would have felt very different and probably less inviting. So I'm really happy that we managed to find a way to keep it like still really open to entertaining, open to like that softness of gatherings. And then of course underneath it, it's just filled with all kinds of different things that I have for entertaining, like these silver goblets. That we sourced from Studio Arva. Yeah, it's like a nice, simple kitchen, has everything you need. And it's one of those spaces that I didn't anticipate spending so much time in, but I actually have, so that's quite fun. Maybe you'll see me doing a bit more cooking in the future.